So this is my second weekly message today because I think I screwed up the first one. I can't find it after I recorded it. But have you ever had one of those? I know you've had dreams, but have you ever had those really intense dreams? This morning I had one of those where apparently I was maybe teaching a seminar and I'd done, and the concierge brought me over three of my guitar cases stacked together. And this brunette woman that was not cello, and I don't know who it might have, who I apparently knew quite well, and I think it started with an L. Um, she went upstairs to, where the outside is. And I went up to find her, and all of a sudden, there's this big open space of painted glass. I think it was the door to the hotel. I mean, you know how they have those big sliding doors in some of those places? And it led right down to the beach. And I looked up. This is so real. I looked up, and there was this big swirling, just turmoil of clouds, purplish black looking. And then I looked down, and the sea was surging up to 30 feet or so. And it was quite ominous, but also quite beautiful. And, what is that? Is that my unconscious telling me that the tide of events is about to turn, or I'm in for a tidal wave of something? Um, I don't know, of course. Now, it's interesting on the Stargate unit, the remote viewers, the military remote viewers were taught to keep a dream diary because they wanted the viewers to get comfortable with the unconscious language of their own archetypes so that when they were in session, if they got some of those images, they were familiar with them and they could decode them. And this leads to start to develop a meeting between the so-called unconscious parts and the conscious parts. And like Carl Jung said, the goal is to make the unconscious conscious. So I guess I've done a lot of that because when I do sessions, I'll see all sorts of very interesting and crazy things. I'll see them, not visualize them. Doesn't mean I'm clairvoyant, although I may be by definition. But to me, it's just dreamland, and we're in an actual dream, and we're dreaming ourselves into existence, or the universe is perpetuating the idea that we have an existence. And then these symbols of our life, what we think is our occupation, our significant other, our desires, etc., they're all part of the dream, rolling with the tide and the expanding waves. I'll see you next week.